Good morning. Welcome, everyone. My name is Petra. So, I have another nice morning sequence ready for you to stretch the whole body in the short amount of the time. So, let's begin in a tabletop position. So, checking your knees right under your hips and your shoulders over your wrists. Inhaling to your cow. So, slowly start lifting your sit bones, dropping your belly, and opening your chest. And as you exhale, your cat, so firmly pressing away from your yoga mat, chin to chest, and releasing your head. Inhale, your cow. Exhale, your cat. One more time, flowing with your breath. Nice. You can bring your spine back to neutral. And then we will start circling through your hips. So first one direction. So sending your hips to the right. And then back towards your heels. Over to the left. And forward towards your wrists. Two more big circles just like that. So take it slow, slowly moving with your breath. Nice and deep inhales and exhales. Back to center and switching sides. So shifting your hips to the left and then back towards your heels, over to the right and forward. So keep circling, about two more circles. And when you are ready, release back to center, finding neutral spine. Our next pose is active child's pose. So let's walk your hands slightly in front of your shoulders. Take an inhale here, and with your exhalation, start sending your hips back towards your heels. Inhaling to lift. Exhale, press it back. Let's repeat two more times, Yogi. So slowly as you inhale, lifting your hips, shifting your weight forward. Exhale, push those heels back. Push those hips back. One more time. Lift it up. Exhale, send it back. Now this time holding your child's pose for a couple breaths. So feel free to keep your knees hip width apart, or you can open your knees wide apart for extended child's pose. Now crawling your fingertips out in front of you, lengthening through the whole spine, and sinking your hips back and down towards your heels. So settle into this pose, really nice, calming pose. So slowing down your busy mind, focusing on your breath. Nice. Let's take one more cleansing breath in and cleansing breath out. Now from here, adding side body stretch. So start walking your hands over to the right, so away from your yoga mat. Maybe planting your left hand on top of your right, and keep pushing your hips down towards your heels. And you can just stay right here, hovering your head, maybe bending your elbows, and you can bring your forehead on the floor. So really stretching through the left side of your body. If you'd like to intensify the stretch, crawling through your left fingertips further away. So opening the whole side body all the way down to your left hip. Nice. Let's take one more breath in and full breath out. Take your time, returning back to center and just pausing here for a moment, extended child's pose. So you want to first lengthen through the spine, crawling your fingertips away as far as you can. Soften your shoulders, and then let's take it to the other side. So walking your hands over to the left, pushing that right hip crease back towards your heel. And then again, maybe planting your hands. You can bend your elbows, so you can soften your shoulders here. So you can make this pose more passive or active. So you can push through your fingertips, or you can just bend your elbows. So any variation that feels good to your body. And just breathing here into the right side of your body, opening through your rib cage, all the way down. Great stretch to your hip. Nice. Let's take a one more breath in and full breath out. Returning back to center for prayer hands overhead from here. So let's bring your palms together. You can bend your elbows and you can keep your fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. Maybe if you can release your thumbs on the back of your neck, draw your elbows further away from your body and towards your head. And then just a couple breaths here so you can really feel the stretch through your triceps, through your chest, your upper back. So try to relax and soften the space between your shoulder blades, softening through your abdominal muscles, allowing your hips to feel heavy, sinking them towards your heels. Nice, let's take a one more breath in. And nice and big exhale out. You can release, extending your arms, and then slowly start lifting your hips, coming back to your tabletop position. Stepping your right foot between your hands into your low lunge. Back toes are straight and your front knee over your ankle. And then pushing into your front foot, rising your torso upright, square and level your hips forward. And then just allowing your hips to sink down and forward. Just few breaths here. You can rest your hands on your thighs so you can soften your shoulders, relaxing your face, your jaw. Hey, nice. So let's add on twist. So let's gather your hands at your heart, Anjali Mudra. Take an inhale, start leaning your torso forward, lengthening your spine, and then start hooking your left elbow outside of your right thigh without lifting your hips. So keep twisting your torso to the right, maybe stacking your elbows and your wrists so you can pushing, pressing hands together, and keep twisting. So drawing that right shoulder away from your ear, broaden across your collarbone. Releasing your hips. Stay here for two more nice and deep breaths. Very nice. You can release, bring your torso back to center and fingertips on the mat for quadriceps stretch. So you can start bending your left knee, flexing your foot and drawing your heel towards your glutes while sinking your hips down and forward. So you can be right here, just pulsing your heel, or maybe planting your left hand and turning your torso to the right. So if you can reach for your toes or your ankle, and then you can release your hips down. Start gently pulling your heel towards your glute. Turning your torso slightly open to the right, so drawing that right shoulder down from your ear. Big stretch here, so finding nice and long breaths. With each exhalation, allowing to stretch a little bit deeper. Nice. You can release, returning your torso back to center, coming back onto your fingertips for half split pose. So start straightening your front leg any amount. So you can keep bent in your front knee. So if it's too much, you can stay right here. You can just bring your hands to your hips and just stretch through the back of your leg while flexing your front foot. If you are more flexible, maybe folding your torso over your front leg. And again, square and level your hips forward here. So I want to gently draw that right hip crease back, left hip forward. Pausing here, holding the stretch for about 3 breaths. Beautiful. You can slowly release, coming back to your low lunge. And then planting your hands, so you can step your right foot back to plank position. Following our Chaturanga Dandasana. So as you inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale your Chaturanga. So make sure you have your elbows over your wrists. Inhale, firmly press away from the floor, opening into your upper facing dog. So lift your knees, your thighs. And as you exhale, your downward facing dog. So settle into your down dog for a couple of breaths. Feel free to walk it out for a moment. So bending one knee at a time, straightening the other leg. So keep sending your tailbone up and back towards the ceiling. So building strength in your upper body, drawing your shoulder blades down together your back. Alright, doggies. Now finding stillness from here. So you can lift both heels up as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently pressing both heels back and down. And let's hold the stretch. One more breath in. And nice and big breath out. Beautiful. Moving to three-legged dog. So anchor through your left heel and start lifting your right leg up and opening into your scorpion. So stacking your hips. Lift your right knee up towards the ceiling. Pulling your right heel towards your glute. You can release, switching legs. So anchor through your right heel. As you inhale, lifting your left leg up and opening scorpion on this side. Stay strong in your arms. Make sure you're holding your breath here. It's a challenging pose. So let's stay here for one more breath in. And exhale, releasing the breath. Nice. Let's release back downward facing dog. And then from here, bend your knees so you can start walking your hands towards your feet for Yogi Squat Gallant Pose. So coming to a squat, so turning your toes out, your heels in. Finding nice long spine. So if you have a yoga block, you can use yoga block here. You can sit on a block or just bringing your hands at your heart. So you can start pressing your elbows into your thighs to open through your hips a little bit deeper. Lengthening your spine, reaching up through the crown of your head. And maybe you can stay still, so stretching here. And if gentle movements here feels good, you can wiggle through your hips, so shifting your weight side to side. Very nice. And let's release. Slowly start straightening your legs and toe heeling your feet together, not all the way, just hip width apart for ragdoll position. So you can start folding your torso over your thighs, releasing your head. Maybe holding your opposite elbow, swaying side to side here. Letting your head hang heavy down. Nice. You can release. Fingertips back on the mat. Take an inhale into your half lift, so finding flat back, sliding your palms to your shins, lengthening your spine here. One more breath in. And as you exhale, walking your hands back to plank position. Holding your plank about 3 breaths. So we're pushing away from the ground, slightly doming through your upper back. Spike your heels, engaging your quadriceps. Nice. And you can release back to your tabletop position. Alright, now from here, again, your low lunge on the left side. So stepping your left foot between your hands, releasing your hips down. You can untuck your toes or tuck your toes under for better balance. Fingertips on the floor first, opening through your chest, and then pushing through your left heel, lifting your torso up. Pausing here so you can really feel the stretch, so big stretch through your psoas, your glutes here. So take a couple nice and deep breaths. Nice. Let's add on our twist. So gathering your hands at your heart, your Anjali Mudra. Take a nice inhale here, lengthening your spine as you lean your torso forward. And as you exhale, slowly twisting your torso to the left. So keeping your knee over your ankle and just twisting your upper body, keeping your hips down, stacking your elbows and your wrists. Maybe sending your gaze over your left shoulder. Okay, nice. One more breath in. Exhale to deepen your twist. And you can release back to center here for quadriceps stretch. So you can again just pull that heel in, or maybe if you can reach for your back foot. So to slightly turn your torso open to the left as you grab your toes or your ankle. And releasing your hips down and forward. Really nice stretch through your quadricep here. When you're ready to release, for half split pose, so straightening your left leg, sending your hips back, so keeping your hips over your knee, drawing your left toes towards your body, so feeling good stretch, comfortable stretch you can hold. Let's take about 2 more breaths here. Just allowing your torso maybe to fold a little bit deeper. Nice, one more full breath in and full breath out. Nice, you can release, planting your hands, sliding your knee back to your tabletop position. Let's go ahead, sit down on your heels. Loop your shoulder blades down and together your back. Nice. Moving to camel pose. So come standing on your knees. So your knees are hip width, right under your hips. You can tuck your toes under. Plant your palms on your lower back and squeeze your elbows in towards each other. So think of lifting your heart forward and up instead of overarching through your lower back. So be careful here. You can stay right here, draw the shoulder blades down and together your back, lifting through the heart. And if your neck is okay, you can carefully start setting your gaze up towards the ceiling. So staying here, maybe reaching one hand at a time for your heels. So be careful. Into your full camel. Maybe releasing your head back. Beautiful. Take one more breath in. Exhale here. And then you can release. Bringing one hand at a time. Back on your lower back and tucking your toes. Come sit down on your heels just for a moment to neutralize your spine, noticing how you feel. Nice work, everyone. And then folding your torso forward and down into your full child's pose, Balasana. Focusing on your breath. Notice how your breath is flowing in and out your body. Just take a moment here, moment of gratitude for yourself. And maybe if you like to set an intention for your day ahead, you can do it now. How would you like to feel today? Maybe choosing one word intention. And for me, I am choosing to be fully present. And whatever I will do during the day, I will try my best to really be present at the moment. Alright, Yogi, so feel free to stay here for a few more breaths in your child's pose, or if you are ready to move out from this pose, slowly start rolling your spine back upright, sitting with your legs crossed so we can end our practice together with one more cycle of breath. So sitting nice and tall. Ready? Let's take a big inhale, reaching your arms up and making a ha sound, sigh it out. Beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your time with me. I hope you will have a great day. Namaste.